What is up everyone, I am DeviantCringe, and ladies and gentlemen, today I got another art review for you guys and gals. Oh yes everyone, so just like usual, I got 3 awesome artists lined up for you today, and yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So the very first artist we're gonna take a look at today is called Dragon Art Studio. Be Your Own Hero, bitch. Digital art hobbyist, Lance Apollo, male from the United States, and he has been on DA for a whole 5 years. Oh yes everyone, and the picture we're gonna be taking a look at from him is this one right here, which is really cool in my opinion. It's a classic, you know, comic book cover style picture and all that. And of course here we have Spider-Man in a nice classic pose, saving someone from danger and all that. Amazing childhood, only 12 cents. Oh, I wish comic books were still at that price, oh boy. And for the most part, this picture really does look nice, but there are some things that have to be worked on a little bit. The first one I can definitely tell you is this woman's face looks so, it's so weird. Yeah, can't really put my finger on it, but yeah, you should definitely work on that a little bit. Second is, of course, these hands right here. They look way too simple and all that. Kind of like more like an animal's paw, kind of like a sea creature or whatever. And plus Spider-Man himself. Now, the head, of course, the head actually looks really nice. I do love the coloring, the attention to detail, you know, the small details on the suit and all that, very nicely made. The coloring is also pretty good, but the anatomy definitely needs to be worked on. And like, first off, this arm looks way too long, and of course the legs definitely do look a little bit weird. I mean, this leg kind of looks really elongated and stretched. Basically, my biggest advice that I could give you is, you know, try to, you know, look at other pictures of Spider-Man and all that, like these ones right here. And of course, just you know, general anatomy, and you know, use that as like a side reference for when you're drawing. Commission, Amazing Childhood. Commission I finished for Ultimate Maiwo. I love how this turned out. I'm going to continue shading like this for full art. Want a commission from me? Note to learn prices and check them out there. Well, I do gotta say it is something to be proud of. You know, it does look really nice and all that. You know, the premise is pretty cool. The posing is nice and all that, but you just need to refine your anatomy a little bit more. And the second artist we're gonna take a look at is Macaroon Daddy Uwu, DeviantArt artist, SLO, female from the United States. She has been on DA for only 2 weeks, and she only has 2 pictures in her gallery, which we'll be checking out. The first one being, of course, this one called Venus. And of course, as you can see, this one looks really awesome, you know, especially the line work. It's very nice and clean, you know, a lot of attention to small details over here on the face, as you can see. The eyebrows, the eyes, very well colored, and the general anatomy of the face is also really nice, as you can see, you know, different tones and some shine, you know, for the complexion and all that, to give the face a little bit more of a livelier dimension and all that, as well as on the nose, as you can see. Over here on the jawline, there is a little bit of wobble, as well as over here on the ends of the hair. This over here looks a little bit choppy, but overall it looks super awesome. Plus, this is also a pretty good portrait. I do like the expression on the face. It's pretty much my expression when I see today's politics. However, you do actually have to put a little bit more work in your ears and all that. Like the ear looks really unnatural and all that, kind of like it doesn't really belong on a human. You know, the face, the hair, everything else is really nice, but the ear really does need some work to be done. Besides that, it's really awesome. I also like the you know, soft colors in the background. It really does fit well together, very nicely balanced. So overall, a good job on this one, I gotta say. Venus, I'm so glad that I was finally able to upload on here again, but I'm sad that I have to start all over again. Well, sadly that does happen. Here's hoping that you come back full swing and all that. And the second picture we're gonna take a look at is this one right here. Now, of course, this also looks really good, but you know, since it's an older picture, of course, there's gonna be some funny stuff and all that, like the anatomy of the face. It looks a little bit too blocky, to be honest. Like, it kind of sort of looks that the face is a bit too small for the head. You know, the details themselves look pretty nice. I like the how you drew the nose and all that. It looks really good. And of course, again, you know, we got the ear looking a little bit funny and all that. Definitely got to work on that. The rest of the picture, however, the hair actually does look nice. I do like it. You know, with the small little individual tufts of hair, you know, making it look nice and natural and all that. Over here, this collar right here, like, it generally looks okay, but this, you know, this fill coloring right here is, it really does look out of place, to be honest. It looks kind of like a, really blurry and all that. It definitely looks like it doesn't belong. So maybe try to do something a little bit more solid. And of course the coloring does look really nice. I do actually like it. You know, besides this right here, you know, which kind of looks out of place to me. Everything else is really nice. You know, the colors are nicely balanced. You know, nothing is clashing with each other. So you definitely did a good job on that. Plus, I really do like the you know, usage of you know, smaller shadows over here to you know, give the face a little bit more of a natural dimension and stuff. Mystery Light, barely making myself a new account because for some reason I can't log into my old account. Well, we've all been there every now and again, so yeah, I can really feel you on that one, but you're definitely off to a pretty good start and all that. And the third and final artist we're gonna take a look at today is Le Camp Et, a varied hobbyist. Just call me Camp from the United States. They've been on DA for 1 year, and the first picture we're gonna be checking out from them is this one right here. And I gotta say, this one really does have, you know, a lot of potential in it. As you can see, you know, it's very nice and detailed. You know, the hair and all that, really nice line work on there, usage of you know, shine and of course shadows. I really do like that, but the anatomy definitely needs to be tweaked a little bit. First off, the anatomy of the hand, the fingers really look wobbly and all that. Over here, the first knuckle of the thumb kind of looks way too sharp, and the fingers kind of look like they're made of gelatin and zero gravity or something. Plus, the anatomy of the face definitely needs to be tweaked and all that. The body looks okay, but the faces and of course the hands definitely need to be worked on a little bit. Like I said with the very first picture, definitely when you're drawing, be sure to you know, have pictures of either faces or hands, you know, as like a side reference, so you can get a general feel for how everything, you know, normally looks like. Or better yet, you know, try to you know, try to put your hand, you know, in this specific position, and you know, look at how your hand looks, and you know, try to incorporate that into your drawing style and all that. And besides that, everything else looks pretty nice. You know, the coloring is pretty you know, nice and vivid and all that. I really do love the amount of detail you put into the hair. It's really cool. And of course, I really do like the small details on the wings. You know, the little splotches over there. I see yourself, me playing with hues, brushes, and angles. That's really cool. You know, I really like that you're practicing with different angles and all that. It's always nice to make a picture for, you know, no reason besides, you know, just general practice with the, you know, many different things. It really does show that, you know, you have the drive to progress forward and all that, you know, venture out of your comfort zone and try new things. But the number one thing you definitely have to do is to improve upon your anatomy, because, you know, that's one of the very first things that you need to, you know, understand how to do properly before venturing into anything else like you know, hues, brushes, and angles and all that. And the second picture we're going to take a look at from them is this one called Lucas Evil, and as you can see, this is a sketch, a hand-drawn sketch, you know, again with a different angle, you know, from a top-down bird's eye view type of angle. And I really do like this. You actually did a really good job on this. The proportions of the body, it looks really good, you know, from a top-down angle. You're doing really well at this. But there are two things that I gotta say about this. First off, the head kind of looks a little bit too big. The hair looks nice, but you know, the head in general just looks a little bit too bulky. So maybe try sizing that down to maybe like to here and all that. And the second thing is this hand. Now, the hand actually does look nice, you know, for a sketch. But when you're doing the actual drawing over it, always make sure that, you know, this line right here that doesn't show, because it kind of makes it look like the hand is disconnected from the body, and it's kind of like floating in midair and all that. So always make sure that, you know, your hand is visibly connected to the rest of the arm. It's a pretty cool sketch, and I bet it's definitely gonna look pretty cool once you actually finish it and all that. Lucas Evil, my attempt to draw from a bird's eye view character belongs to Tobias Draws, I guess. Well, you know, from a experiment drawing from a bird's eye view, you're actually doing pretty well, I gotta say. You know, of course, you know, since this is, you know, a drawing of someone else's character, be sure to practice it as well with your own. Like I said with the previous pic, you definitely do have a good amount of potential and all that. You know, this angle looks really well done right now, so you should definitely, you know, practice with other angles as well. Well, everyone, that about wraps it up for this art review and all that. Hope you all enjoyed watching, and of course, best of luck to all of the artists in this video. I hope you all become very successful in all that. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and of course, be sure to subscribe, press the bell icon, and if you wish to support me in every way, my Patreon link is in the description below. And as always, I'm DeviantCringe, and I'll be seeing you guys and gals in the next video.